you for choosing MedChoice Financial. Over the next few minutes, we'll go through the basics of our simple program. You will learn in 3 easy steps how to apply, charge, and receive funding for your patients in order to grow your practice. Application process, charging an account, and finally funding an account. First, we'll go over the simple application process. To ensure prompt processing, it's important that all applications are filled out completely and legibly. The application is comprised of required fields, which we cannot process the application without, and recommended fields, which we would like to have but are not necessary for processing. In the top section, you'll see fields for provider number, provider name, and purchase amount. The provider number and purchase amount are important fields as we need to know exactly where to route the app and want to make every effort to get the patient a large enough credit line to cover the procedure costs. Next is the credit references section. While not necessary, this section is helpful in allowing us to confirm identity, which increases the approval rate and also speeds the processing time. That in turn allows us to provide a decision sooner. It's important to note that at no time will an applicant's credit card be charged should they decide to enter this information. It's merely used by our underwriters as a verification and fraud prevention tool. Next is the Tell Us About Yourself section. This section asks for the typical information: name, social security number, home address, previous home address if available, birth date, home phone, business phone, employer name, and annual income. As mentioned before, it's critical that everything is complete and legible in this section. Next up is the Authorized User section. This program and how to use it will be covered in full on your program training call with your MedChoice Provider Relations representative. To complete the application process, make sure you have the patient sign and date the application and ask the applicant for their driver's license to verify their identity. And finally, fax the application to us for financing, and in just a few minutes, we'll respond with a decision, either by fax or email. The last thing, by law, is to make sure the patient has been properly disclosed. Simply detach the disclosure and credit card agreement attached to the application portion and have the patient retain it for their records. Charging an account is easy. All you need to do is fill out a simple charge authorization form. As with the application, there are certain fields that are very important. These include patient borrower name, physician name, provider ID number, and the borrower driver's license info. The description of service and cost sections are straightforward. Make sure that in the amount entered in the amount to be financed section is correct. We then move to the right, and the only thing you are responsible for filling in is the procedure date. We fill in the rest. Now I'd like to cover the promo code section at the right-hand side of the document. It is very important that you select either standard, which means no promo, or select promo with either 3, 6, or 12 months. Each promotion has a minimum purchase requirement. Please make sure that you meet your plan's minimums before charging the promotion. If you have any questions regarding this, please call your MedChoice representative and they will be happy to answer any questions. To complete the charge authorization form, have the borrower or patient sign the form below. In the case that you have a patient who has an authorized user, please have the borrower sign the top portion and have the patient sign in the bottom section. Okay, now that we've completed the charge authorization form, all that's left is to fax the following to MedChoice. 1, a completed charge authorization form. 2, a copy of the borrower's driver's license. And 3, a copy of the signed application. In a couple of days, you'll receive funding from MedChoice. MedChoice will fund your practice in the method that was selected on your program enrollment form. You'll receive a funding confirmation via fax or email to your office as payment is being made. On an ACH or wire transfer, you'll receive the funds the day after you receive this confirmation. If by check, funding will arrive in a few days by regular mail. Everything we have discussed during this short training video and much more can be found in the training manual we have supplied with this video. If you have any questions at any time, please feel free to give us a call. Thank you again for choosing MedChoice Financial for your practice. We look forward to serving your needs and the needs of your patients. MedChoice Financial, making the practice of patient financing simple.